These are legislators from both Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, and we have a chance now to work together and to make the others realize that Maryland has done their part. And in fact, the EPA, the federal government has said we've done the best. But let's get the other ones moving. I just want to mention, everyone talks about how terrible the economy has been. Maryland has been lucky, but not lucky enough, and we have had to, I just want to say, we are fortunate to be able to have cut our budget in the last 4 years, $5.5 billion. But even with those cuts, I think you have to look at what people like us choose as our priorities when you do have a tight economy. And what we have been able to do is fund this education that has been so important in this area, the Broadneck Peninsula and other parts of our district, and to support the environmental initiatives like money for farmers to plant cover crops, to upgrade sewers, which was talked about a bit earlier. And I think, as I mentioned earlier, to fully fund program open space and the environmental rural legacy and the lands. If we don't buy land now for ourselves, we're never going to get it in the future. And if we don't buy the land and save the land, as I've mentioned before, we can't save the bay, we can't save the waterways. There's a lot to do. There are initiatives coming forward on stormwater management that I hope to be in the forefront of. And let me just say this, someone talked about pledges earlier. Well, what I pledge to do is do what I've done in the past and to be sure on my priorities and so that you're sure where my votes will be in the future. And I think sometimes you can tell something about a person when you know who has endorsed that person. I'm very, very proud to be endorsed by the Sierra Club, the League of Conservation Voters, Maryland Votes for Animals, the Equality Maryland, the Teachers Association, all of those things, the Farm Bureau for that matter too. So I'm just here, my pledge is to do what I've done before, and one of those things is to have an open door, literally, to my home. Every piece of material that I have printed for the last 20-some years has my home phone number on it, and it is used, and I'm very proud that it is used, and feel free to use it. Because I think one of the things you get as you get farther away from the county council is perhaps you get farther away from your representatives. I don't want that to happen. It hasn't happened. And again, my phone number is right there. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I appreciate it.